Some experts are calling for a $25,000 XRP, and it's going to miraculously happen overnight. Maybe not the $25,000 part is going to happen overnight, but it could start jumping massively in price. Is this real? Can this happen? In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you the reality of where XRP is headed in this cycle, how high it's going to go, and how you can take profits and secure the majority of your profits so you can buy back in the bear market bottom, because XRP will in the future stop pumping and go down and correct, and we will enter into a bear market. Bear markets always happen for cryptos and stocks. Maybe with Trump it's different. Maybe the bear market will be delayed or something. That's quite possible. Let me know if you guys think that that is the case, but that could be a possibility, and possibly a strong possibility. But every single crypto 4-year cycle, we've always had a 1-year bear market just exactly to the day. And that's ultimately at the bottom of that bear market is where you're gonna wanna buy cryptos. And that's where you can make a lot of money, by buying the bear market bottom. We have a lot to talk about in this video, so make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Stick around to the end of this video. We have so much to talk about today. XRP rockets 20% to set record highs with a $10 price target in place. So a $10 price target seems like a very reasonable price target for us to be hitting probably within the next 30 or 60 days. This can happen, and XRP is pumping and much more bullish than I anticipated, especially in the summer. I honestly did not expect this crazy bull market to take place in this summer, but it's happening right now. The amount of volume and bullishness in this market with altcoins going absolutely crazy is insane, and it's extremely bullish. XRP to $20, even $20 XRP now seems very viable. Last year, I thought $7 would be a stretch, and probably likely at the higher range of what XRP could do, but $20 now seems almost conservative with how bullish the market is, with how much liquidity is coming into the markets, with how much altcoins are bullish, altcoins are breaking out. I mean, I can't even explain to you how bullish everything is looking. Taking a look at the altcoin season index, we are getting very, very close, ladies and gentlemen. And whenever we actually do get into these altcoin seasons and we're in the altcoin season box, these times last for a very short period of time. So with all the liquidity coming in, it's going to be absolutely insane. And I think we're actually going to get a real altcoin season that's going to last for a substantial amount of time, which means meme coins and just pretty much everything is going to be absolutely skyrocketing. But yeah, some of these YouTubers, some of these experts on XRP and Ripple, they're calling for a $25,000 XRP. Will Fix, this old guy that ended up passing away, very smart guy, had originally called for a $25,000 XRP. And he was basing this on understanding of what XRP is actually meant to do, what it's designed for. And he thinks because XRP is going to be doing, you know, trillions of dollars of volume, messing with all of these banks using XRP as a store of value, as a source of liquidity to transfer, that XRP needs to be a very high price. I do think a lot of what these guys are saying with the $25,000 XRP is accurate about how Ripple and XRP works, but I don't see XRP surging $25,000 per coin overnight. That would basically mean, and I'm not even going to do the calculations, but it would put XRP as the most valuable asset on the planet, surpassing gold, silver, all of the stock market, some of the biggest companies in the stock market, and Bitcoin overnight. I personally don't see that happening. If XRP is to spike to hundreds of dollars, which is reasonable, and I could see that as quite possible, maybe not this cycle, but next cycle, I think XRP at the absolute peak of this cycle, we could see $20 to $30 maximum. That's kind of the maximum range that I think XRP, maybe $50. You know, that would be the absolute maximum. And I'm talking about the next few months because this cycle, the 4-year cycle, is supposed to end towards October or so. Now, the way trends work, when people start buying a particular asset like XRP and you have all these other cryptos, The way it works is they pump 10% one day, 30% one day, 5% the next day, and they keep pumping for weeks. And eventually they will be up at 2 or 3x or so. And that's how the market works. And if we get incredible bullish news, we might pump 50% in that one day or 70% in that one day. So I don't think anything crazy is going to happen overnight. We're going to see it taking place. We're going to have a chance to get in if you are not fully allocated to that trend, whatever it is. It's not just going to pump 30x overnight. It's impossible. There's not enough liquidity in the markets to even do that. It's just going to pump every single day, 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. And it's going to be doing that over and over. It's not going to pump overnight. That's how the market works. Now, taking a look at XRP and ALGOSNIPER, what we could see is on the 4-hour time frame, the bands are still green. So that means this strong uptrend is still intact. As long as the 4-hour bands remain green, I believe we are still likely to go higher. If we go to the 1-hour time frame, which is a little bit more aggressive, we're starting to see that we have been kind of rejecting and consolidating. So we're starting to lose momentum. So it does look like XRP, especially if we take a look at Bitcoin here, which Bitcoin is now in the red on the day. Bitcoin is continuing to form lower highs. We've also on the 1-hour time frame rejected the 200 EMA. And that means that we're probably going to be seeing some type of pullback here in the short term. The pullback that I'm looking for is around 112,000 for Bitcoin, which is about a 4% move from our current level. And if Bitcoin gets this, if you zoom out here, you can see that this is a previous all-time high for Bitcoin. So this is where we want to be longing Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin if we can get some type of move above and retest this previous resistance of all-time high. If this happens, this is going to be another buying opportunity for altcoins. And if you guys are in my Patreon, we made a fortune this past week, these past several weeks, and even this weekend we made a fortune. We bought Dogecoin, we long Dogecoin, and also Fartcoin that has made massive moves today. So congratulations if you are in the Patreon. People are making a fortune. One guy made $100,000 in my group this weekend. If you guys want to have access, join the Patreon right now. The link is in my video description. But if Bitcoin gets this pullback to around $112,000, this is where we're going to want to be buying XRP, which XRP could pull back to around $3. So I think that that would be kind of likely for XRP. We get a pullback to around $3, somewhere in this region. And this is going to be your last opportunity to get involved in this trend before we pump to about $5 to $7. And this is probably going to be taking place in the next 30 days. Make sure you guys are trading over on Blowfin. This is where you can long and short cryptos up to 150x leverage. You can buy and sell cryptos like XRP with the cheapest fees on the internet. That's why I use this, and it's very safe and secure. And they're also giving away a $10,000 deposit bonus if you sign up using my link below. You guys can also use ALGOSNIPER, which will give you the buy alerts and sell alerts before every massive move for $1 at algosniper.com. That's going to be it for this video. If you got something out of this video, consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing with notifications on, and I'll see you later.